This video is a perfect example of how perfectionism can paralyze you, can cripple you. I actually recorded this video August 12th, 2 weeks ago today, and I did not share it, I did not post it, did not edit it because I didn't love it, and I thought I would get around to doing a better version of it. And of course, here we are 2 weeks later, I have still not done a better version. And this topic is incredibly important. So rather than wait and try and redo something that's perfect, we are gonna go with done is better than perfect. And I just thought I would let you see that because I'm a big fan of learning in public. It's really important. It's practicing that vulnerability piece. I am not flawless by any stretch of the imagination, and I wanted you to see that. I still don't love the way I framed the message here, but it's an important one, so I hope you get the gist of it. Drop a note in the comments and let me know where perfectionism gets in the way of you getting things done. Anyways, my friend, I hope you enjoy the video and would love to hear your thoughts. This week, I shared a post about vulnerability is strength and had some interesting comments come back. In fact, one of the guys that commented essentially said, been there, done that, never doing that again. And when it comes to vulnerability, there's a lot of misconceptions about what vulnerability means. Vulnerability is about uncertainty, risk, and emotional exposure. Brene Brown has done a huge body of work on vulnerability. If you have not watched her video on the power of vulnerability, I would highly suggest you do so. Vulnerability is not about oversharing. It is not about letting everyone everywhere see your shameful underbelly. It is only the people that have earned our trust that get to see that deepest part of ourselves. In today's day and age with social media, there's a lot of confusion about what vulnerability is. I talked about having the courage to drop the mask, to drop the armor, to show up as your authentic self. And part of the problem is if we do not have the courage to get vulnerable, to expose who we truly are, then we're living a lie. And I talked about living a script that somebody else wrote, cast in a role you never auditioned for, continuing to wear the costume even when it no longer fits. One of the fellows talked about, yeah, but what if the world doesn't like who you are when you drop that mask? Sometimes that mask is needed, was his thought. The thing to remember is that vulnerability does need to come with boundaries. Not everybody has earned the right to hear your deepest, darkest secrets. For me, it's about finding a community of men. In fact, this is why I created Connected Men. It's about creating or finding a community of emotionally connected men that know how to hold that space for you, that will drop judgment, get curious, and really just create that space for you to share that deepest part of selves, who are willing to earn your trust. And if you believe that your world is not a place where you can drop that mask, where you can drop that armor and get vulnerable because you get shit kicked every single time, then maybe it's time to adjust your world a little bit and surround yourself with different people. Vulnerability doesn't mean that we don't set boundaries around who we share with, what we accept in our lives. It means showing up with authenticity and dropping the mask of who we think the world wants us to be and having the courage to be who we really are. Brene Brown also talks about vulnerability being the birthplace of love, joy, belonging, creativity, and all the things that bring meaning to life. Vulnerability is the birthplace of connection. Without vulnerability, we cannot truly connect with other people. If we don't practice vulnerability, then we never actually take the time to let anybody into our world, and that can become a very lonely place, especially for us guys. So finding the opportunity, finding those places where we can show up as our authentic selves, where folks will accept us for who we are. I get it. Not everybody in the world is going to accept you for who you are, and that's fine. You don't have to surround yourself with those people. And in fact, you can put up boundaries to keep those people out. You can keep those people at distance. If folks around you don't accept you for who you are, it's time to get some new folks around you. It's as simple as that. Learning to practice vulnerability while still exercising some clear boundaries is critical, absolutely critical. Yeah, super interesting. And I hear this all the time from men. I tried that vulnerability thing once. I got shit kicked. I'm fucking never doing it again. And it's risky, it's scary, but it's a practice. It's not a one and done thing. It's a practice. It's about learning who you can trust, putting out those small little tidbits to test that trust and build that trust over time with people, because not everybody has earned the right to hear your story, and that's fine. So vulnerability isn't about oversharing. It's not about blurting out all of your emotional baggage to the entire world. It's about finding space where you can share some of those emotional challenges, where you can practice that emotional connection to self, to others, and to the world around you. I get it. It's a scary thing, and not everybody has earned the right to hear your story. Not everybody is going to be accepting of your story, and that's fine. That's where those boundaries come into place. Cutting those people out, keeping those people at a distance. Anyways, my friend, I'm going back in for a cup of coffee. So, beautiful day on the lake.